Oh my god. It's really freaking cold and it's really late. It's like midnight and I'm walking back from play practice. And I'm more than a little pissed off right now because practice was supposed to start at 9:30. The cast was getting like their photos taken, and my director texted me and he was like, hey, photos are at 9:30, but you don't need to be there. So can you go to the theater and go at 9 and set up, so when we get there at 9:30, we'll be all set. So I'm like, okay, sure. I go at 9, I set up. It's a little bit after 9:30. He texts me. He's like, hey, we're going to be a little while longer. Did you want to come meet us? And I should have just said yes, but I was like, oh no, I'm like already here, like, rather than go outside, I was like, I'm going to go over to the pub and use my dinner swipe, because I went out to dinner today, so I didn't use my swipe, so I got, like, a snack and stuff. I was like, just text me when you, like, are done. So I go over to the pub, get my stuff, I go back to the theater, it's like 9:45 by the time I get back. I'm sitting there for 45 minutes, it's 10:30, and no one's texted me yet. So I call him, he doesn't answer. I call our assistant director, she doesn't answer. I call a couple people in the cast that I'm friends with, they don't answer. So I'm like flipping out. I'm getting ready. Sorry, I had to stop filming for a second. I was at the door to my building. I had to come in because I was just like too cold. But yeah, so I was like flipping out because like I had been sitting there for an hour and a half and no one had texted me or called me or come, and I was just about getting ready to leave. Like, I was leaving. Like, I got my stuff, I left the theater, and as I'm walking out, they're all coming towards the theater. And my director's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, like, we didn't have service where we were, so I couldn't text you and let you know that we were going to be a lot later. And I figured that, you know, because you didn't hear from me, you would just stay here till we got here. Like, I figured you wouldn't think we just left or something. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I was mad enough about that. But then we didn't get out of practice till, like, midnight, and we would have gotten out at like 10:30 if they had been on time. Okay, 11, because they were supposed to be there at 9:30. They didn't get there till 10:30. But still, we would have been out an hour earlier, and I still had to stay for the whole thing. And I have a psychology test tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's not like one of my good psychology classes. It's one of those weird, boring, like once a week ones that I don't really understand. It's just kind of like a filler, like an elective, and it's like death and dying, and I don't like this class a lot to begin with, and I don't really like, not that I don't understand, but I feel like I haven't really grasped the material. Like, I just don't know a lot about it, and I missed class last week because of NACA. Like, I just got back and I was so tired I couldn't get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to the class. So I didn't even get the review because I completely forgot there was a test this week. So now I have this test tomorrow, and I've been flipping out enough as it is. Like, I've been freaking out all day over this test because I thought I was going to fail as it was. And now, like, not only do I have to get up in, like, 6 hours and 45 minutes, but I didn't even get to study. Like, obviously I studied, but I didn't, like, there was an extra hour. I was planning on getting out of rehearsal like 11, studying for an hour, and then going to bed at 12, but I can't do that because it's 12:15, and I'm still not even ready for bed. I have all this stuff to do, and I didn't get my extra hour to study, and I'm just so, like, freaking out and pissed off. I'm so mad because, like, I feel like my life doesn't matter. Like, I'm just a stage manager. I have to do what people tell me to do. And, you know, it doesn't, like, no one thinks to call me and tell me, oh, we're going to be a whole extra hour. If you want to go back to your room and study, then you can come back. No, it's just assumed that I'm going to sit there for an hour and a half and wait for people to come and start rehearsing. And I don't even know why I had to be there. I wasn't doing anything. Like, all I did was sit there and watch them. The stage manager shouldn't have to show up until like a few weeks before the play. There's nothing for me to do. I'm sorry, I'm just like really frustrated. Like, I always do this. I tell myself I'm not going to do the play because Danny makes me crazy, and then I decide to do it anyway, and then I want to kill him. It's a vicious cycle, and I can't stop it, and I'm just really mad. So I need to go because this is just getting rambly and ranty, and I need to stop.